Hello, and welcome to Hempfield Happenings. I'm Chris Decker.
I'm Carter Gingrich.
And I'm Brooklyn Nolt.
Hey guys, it's summertime and we've already graduated, so what are we still doing at school?
Well, as you know, even though it's summer vacation for most, Hempfield Happenings never takes a month off.
That's right. Through the power of video technology, we can still host one more show.
Sounds like fun. This month, we'll take a look at Girls on the Run and Sisterhood Club.
We'll also investigate how teens use music and energy drinks to get through the day.
And we'll have a moment to think about this year's district retirees.
The July episode of Hempfield Happenings starts now. The entrepreneurship classes at Hempfield High School frequently provide opportunities for students to create and develop new ideas and inventions. Earlier this year, Chris Decker took an in-depth look on how these programs inspire and encourage the creative minds at HHS.
At Hempfield, having everything you need on you is crucial, but where do you put the stuff that doesn't fit on your desk?
A lot of the times we have to bring our backpacks with us, so I have too much stuff and not enough space to put anything anywhere, and I'm having to keep it all in my backpack.
Fortunately, a duo of students invented a desk-side solution.
Deskside Duo is something that we developed in class, and we're excited to see how they've taken it from what's called an MVP, from a first level, to an almost finished product at this point.
The Deskside Duo's journey from idea to invention was made possible by Hempfield's business and entrepreneurship programs.
Well, we have an entrepreneurship 1 and an entrepreneurship 2, so we do have 2 entrepreneurship courses, but I think there's other courses that do a nice job of leading in as you're able to develop that product. You start to see real successes, and you start to get excited because all of a sudden people are using your own product that you've developed. And so if you look in my classroom, we've probably got 5, 6 of these, and students have been using them this semester because they're easy to use and beneficial to the students.
The invention is set to make its debut at Mountville Elementary School.
You can see at this point, like, they've even got like the Hempfield logo in the actual print itself. Hempfield has great students. We have phenomenal students. And when they really find a passion, find something to go for, and then take the risk and go for it, can do some phenomenal things around here.
From Hempfield Happenings, I'm Chris Decker.
Mr. Conrad is one of the 4 assistant principals here at Hempfield High School. From his time at Landisville Middle School through the last few years as our 10th grade principal, he has continued with a special tradition on every Thursday. Bryce J. Jordan explores this tradition.
Happy Friday. Guys, have a good weekend.
Here at Hempfield High School, things move pretty fast. But that's why one principal has been dedicated to making sure students are a little bit more mindful throughout the day.
Thoughtful Thursdays were created just to promote kindness, as I said, generosity, and just for students to be the best version of themselves. They are just random. Sometimes I will look online to see if there's like a national day. Take the school calendar into effect when it's the end of a marking period.
And these random pieces of wisdom have had a profound effect on students.
I honestly, I kind of like the Thoughtful Thursday. It lets everyone get a piece of advice from someone that's experienced things, like Mr. Conrad. I quite like the Thoughtful Thursdays. Going into Schoology, it's a Thursday, and I'm gonna be thoughtful today. And to be honest, if I'm going to be kind today, why not make it a good day? If I'm going to be empathetic today or think about something maybe that I wouldn't do every day, why not make it today? Why not make it a Thursday?
But Mr. Conrad has his own reasons to make the school a better place.
I like to have a good time just as much as anybody. I can be fun. And I think in my role that sometimes gets lost, but I do miss the classroom. I miss being engaged with students in the classroom. So every Friday, I'll visit every classroom, just wishing everyone a good weekend.
Hello. Happy weekend, guys. It's here.
And since Mr. Conrad started Thoughtful Thursdays over 2 years ago, students have started incorporating them into their routines.
I think I've seen a benefit in myself being a better person, a better student, one may say. Maybe not around the school, not everyone takes into account what they could do with it, but I think everyone could make something of it. Everyone could make a change. I myself have read them, so I personally know myself, have followed them. Holding the door for somebody, thinking about others, thinking about yourself even. Thinking about whatever prompt there is and just making that what you're thinking about that day and really making an impact on yourself and others.
I didn't know how it would be taken. In fact, you didn't get any feedback. I think the first year, last year, I missed a day. I was out on a Wednesday. I was sick, Wednesday and Thursday. And when I came back, a student actually was like, where's the Thoughtful Thursday? And then I found out that there was this little, I don't want to say cult following of Thoughtful Thursdays, but it is a big hit among students.
But before they became such a phenomenon, Thoughtful Thursdays started out as just that, a thought.
One of the things that we as an administrative team wanted to do was improve the culture of the building overall. And I was throwing out all kind of Wise Wednesdays, and nothing really stuck. And we went with Thoughtful Thursday. And then from there, it just kind of grew.
So whether it's a Thoughtful Thursday trial or just a typical tireless, tremendous Tuesday, try to travel time with tactful, tenacious tranquility. For Hempfield Happenings, I'm Bryce J. Jordan.
Hempfield's Girls on the Run clubs are a way to spread positivity in young girls' lives. Hempfield High School's Sisterhood Club has the same goals and aspirations, often partnering with the younger girls. This spring, Katie Kriebek spent some time with both organizations to see how they live up to their goals.
Girls on the Run is at every elementary school in the Hempfield School District. But what are they doing besides running?
These teams are so much more to the girls than just the aspect of exercise. They provide a support group that is so influential on a young girl's life.
At its core, Girls on the Run is an after-school program that is designed to help girls with their social skills, build friends, talk about themselves and what is so awesome. And at each practice, they set a goal that they work towards accomplishing, and you can walk, run, hop, skip, whatever it is, your way towards being physically active and a healthier person. And at the end, we come together and run a 5K.
When the going gets Alike to Girls on the Run, there's a club that shares similar values at Hempfield High School.
Sisterhood Club actually was started out of a conversation I was having with another student in my office probably 6 years ago, mutually talking about the frustration that we feel sometimes as a female, just with the culture of Hempfield High School and even just outside of that, where sometimes we find it hard to support one another and we're unnecessarily competitive, and how we need to do more just to be supportive and encouraging in one another, and got to the place where we're we need to stop just complaining and lamenting about this and let's do something about it. And that's how Sisterhood was born.
Since Sisterhood shares some of the same goals as Girls on the Run, they often find themselves supporting one another.
Well, Sisterhood has a couple of community partners, and Girls on the Run is one of our longest standing partnerships. We have had students in Sisterhood that have been part of Girls on the Run, as elementary students. We have some that have gone on to be mentors, but for our Sisterhood group, what we've done is we have been cheer zone participants. So When they do the 5K events in the fall and the spring, we get a bunch of girls together and we, hang out during the race and cheer on the girls that are running in the 5K race.
Some students at Hempfield High School take their partnership to the next level and actually join the teams as junior coaches.
So I pull them in as pretty much assistant coaches. They help with the activities, with the getting on board, the warm-up, the stretching, the workout. Some of the girls will adopt the junior coaches as their big sisters, and that's a fascinating relationship and dynamic to see.
I was in Girls on the Run in Mattville Elementary School in 6th grade. I really enjoyed it, and it got me into running. So I just kind of wanted to give back and teach other girls that you don't have to be the most athletic person in the school to be able to be in Girls on the Run.
Overall, both groups strive for the same goal.
It doesn't always have to be, at an organized event. It's just looking for ways in your everyday life that you can be a source of positivity to someone else.
I love watching them develop self-esteem and self-confidence, and to be able to learn teamwork. So I see it impacting all aspects of their lives.
All in all, Girls on the Run and the Sisterhood Club are there to help girls learn to be themselves. For Hempfield Happenings, I'm Katie Kriebik.
It's so much fun!
On May 13th, our students traveled down to the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Awards at Temple University for the High School Video Production Award ceremony. There they received 6 nominations or awards. In short form, a nomination for Conrad and Slowing Down.
If you saw it clearly, would you leave me?
In multimedia journalist, also Conrad with Roots Turns 100.
Of their business. It's the person who grew the produce or made the item that you're there to buy. So you kind of get...
In serious news, Alex Burden for Kindness Rocks.
So usually I work on a couple at a time. But usually I'd say for like a rock that I'm really working on, it's kind of difficult to make, probably 2 or 3 classes.
In light news, McKenna Straley with Class Cash.
That it's best not to be in debt because depending on your actions, it's like digging a hole but not having a way out of the hole.
That it's pretty hard to make good financial.
In arts and entertainment news, Alyssa Abo with her 3 Kings Day story.
Water for the camels to eat. It's kind of like milk and cookies for Santa.
So the morning of 3 Kings Day, we wake up and it's really exciting because
Hello and welcome back to Hempfield Happenings.
And the Natus Award for High School Video Production for Hempfield Happenings, the news magazine category. This is the 5th win in the last 6 years for Hempfield Happenings.
Since the graduation of the class of 1949.
Teams have a variety of outlets to interact with music throughout the day. Allison Rainier took a look on how listening to music can affect the way teens feel.
Music is a very important part of our life, but who knew that the music that we listen to can determine our mood for the day and the mood for our life?
Music provides a way for people to feel and process their emotions.
I mean, music has a purely emotional connection in so many people. People associate feelings and experiences with different types of music and different kinds of music. Music can elevate your day, it can make you feel sad, it can cause you to feel joy. I think music is like one of the ways that humans just express emotion. So I think it's kind of the embodiment of emotion in our world.
Additionally, students at Hempfield feel different emotions when they listen to certain types of music.
I think I generally listen to happier music, so I'm more upbeat than some other people.
According to the University of Michigan's Institute for Healthcare, 56% of adults listen to music daily, and 29% of adults listen to music multiple times a week. This study shows that these adults had an increase in their dopamine levels, making them feel happier. Ultimately, the students and staff at Hempfield find music as an outlet to express themselves and their emotions. For Hempfield Happenings, I'm Allison Rainier.
Another item popular with teens are energy drinks that help many students get through their day. Bryce J. Jordan is back to take a sip of Hempfield High School's energy drink craze and discover what all the buzz is about these caffeinated beverages.
Here at Hempfield, many students find it difficult to stay awake for morning classes. That's why they came up with an energizing solution.
Energy drinks are beverages that contain stimulants and other additives that are intended to increase people's energy and alertness. So they make you feel good and they give you a burst of sugar.
While energy drinks do give the feeling of invigoration, students use them for a practical purpose.
Just like when I'm tired, you know, I like the little boost they give me, you know. Probably could go without them, but it's better when I have them. But if I take them like too late in the day, then I have trouble going to sleep. So I feel like sometimes they're not that beneficial. You just gotta know when to use it.
But that's not the only risk energy drinks pose.
Stimulants naturally do things like increase your heart rate and increase your blood pressure. And like I said, keep you more alert and can help you focus. And all of those things are good, but unfortunately, they can also have side effects like anxiety. In a lot of these drinks, there's 4 to 5 tablespoons worth of sugar, which is a lot of sugar. And so when you're having multiple of these a day, you could also gain weight.
While staying awake in class and keeping alert are important, there are many reasons to cut back on caffeine. So drink these sweet drinks with moderation. For Hempfield Happenings, I'm Bryce J. Jordan.
Hempfield graduates head many different directions after commencement. Some go into the military, some to college or vocational schools, and others head right into the workforce. Reese Geiger talked with Hempfield graduate and entrepreneur Donalise Jones to check in on her nail business.
Donalise was a graduate from Hempfield High School who has now grown into making her own nail business to benefit the community.
Hello, welcome in. You turn around, we have our acrylic powders, the desk where all the magic happens. I graduated Hempfield last year with the class of 2024. I currently go to Albright, which is located in Reading. I'm studying fashion design.
While Donalise Jones was a student at Hempfield High School, she was in the FCCLA program, where she won a Certificate of Gold Award and a Certificate of Recognition, along with being part of Hempfield's contemporary fashion classes, where she started making dresses.
I made a lot of things. A big thing I made was my prom dress, and I also made my homecoming dress. I made a lot of sets.
Donalise has always been a creative, fashionable person who has learned how to help others feel the same and express themselves through nail art.
I always had an eye for doing nails, and it wasn't until COVID that I started getting into acrylic, and then I started to collect things over time, and then it wasn't until I was 16 and I started doing people's nails.
Though Donalise started doing nails long before she made it a business, now she gets Hempfield students from all parts of Hempfield and helps them feel comfortable and confident.
Her nail art makes me feel confident because of the different designs she's able to do, and I feel like the designs she can do are things that you can't get elsewhere. She makes us play our playlist on her speaker in the studio so that we feel comfortable in her room while we're getting our nails done. And music is always a safe space for everyone.
From starting nails at a young age to creating her own business and studying fashion, Donalise has helped people in the Hempfield community show their creative sides through her nail art. For Hempfield Happenings, I'm Reese Geiger.
Lancaster has lots of examples of neighbors helping neighbors out in times of trouble. Sarah Buckby looked into Myerstown Zion United Methodist Church's charity work and their process of making mats and distributing them to the homeless.
Or it's given to them.
Plastic bags are commonly seen as a waste, but here at Zion United Methodist Church, the members use it as a way to give back to the community.
The women's ministry at Zion meets twice a month to create mats out of plastic bags that are given away to people in need.
Well, we have our bags that have been donated by either friends or church members. We have a tub that they can put these bags in, these grocery bags in, and we just will sit around the table like this, People will do either flatten, they'll cut the bags, they'll pull them together, and some will be crocheting. And we just sit around the table and talk. What we do is after the mats are made, we have a blanket. We'll take a pair of socks. We also use the silver emergency blankets, and then we put them in our finished mat. And the mats are 72 inches long, like I said, and about 36 inches wide. They're not perfect, but we aren't perfect. And it's interesting, isn't it, to see all the mats that come in?
Yes.
And all the different blankets. It's amazing how people will give us, donations to put in these mats.
The church then partners up with the Philly Dream Center to distribute the mats on the streets of Philadelphia.
So basically what the Philadelphia Dream Center is a place where we meet the needs of the community. We also have our VIP ministry, which stands for Very Important People. And so we believe that the homeless community, they're still very important people. And so we go out there, we'll feed the homeless community. We refer them to area resources. So we'll refer a lot of them because a lot of them have mental health issues or they have issues with substance abuse. And so we refer them to detox centers and places like that.
The impact that just one mat or pillow has on its receiver makes the long process worthwhile.
For me, I feel it's one way I can give back. And I'd like to be able to serve. And that's what I just feel I can help other people. It's a blessing to me, and I'm hoping it's a blessing to the people that receive them. I've never been down to see the reaction, but they say when they see those mats, like in Philly, when they see those mats, they leave the food line and come to the mat line.
Because they want to make sure they get one.
A lot of people are very surprised because when they come out, at first people think, like this is a really scary outreach and, I don't know what to expect. But people are very surprised to find that a lot of them are super polite. They're very thankful that we're out there helping. They use their manners, and so a lot of them are very receptive to receiving help and getting prayer.
Because it takes around 750 plastic grocery bags to create one mat, they can take over 1 month to make from start to finish. This adds up to over 100 mats every year. For Hempfield Happenings, I'm Sarah Buckby.
A little bit to make sure we don't have those loop-de-loops.
The end of the school year is where most teachers choose to enter retirement. As we wrap up our July episode, we want to thank and recognize all of the staff and teachers who spent many years at Hempfield promoting a standard of academic and athletic excellence. This list also includes our district administrators. Chris Decker spoke to one such staff member and takes a retrospective look on East Petersburg Elementary School Principal Kim Rauscher's career as she plans to retire.
Here at East Pete Elementary, students and staff get ready to spend their last few weeks with someone whose 15 years of service has brought a lasting impact to local community and school alike. That figure is Principal Kim Rauscher.
I've been working at Hempfield for 15 years, and all 15 years I've been here at East Petersburg Elementary. It's all about our students and watching our students just grow and explore new pathways in their life.
Rauscher's commitment to East Pete has inspired and motivated many teachers at the elementary school.
One of the things that I appreciate the most about Ms. Rauscher is how invested she is in our school community.
She was a welcoming presence for me at my interviews when I first entered Hempfield School District, and has been really welcoming since then. If I ever have a question or a concern about a student, I know that I can reach out to Ms. Rauscher for assistance or help with a particular situation, and so knowing that I can go to her for guidance is very helpful.
Some of her major accomplishments include her organizing of many school and community events, overseeing the remodeling of East Pete Elementary, and her work with the East Pete PTO.
I think people are always going to remember the big school events that she was willing to do. There were just all kinds of ways that she was willing to go above and beyond for our school community.
It's not just me. It has been a team effort, and through that I've watched our children's scores rise and academically watching boys and girls flourish. We have had a great opportunity to partner with the PTO in our community and offer a lot of wonderful assemblies. It's just been a partnership and a team effort, and I could not be more proud.
While Principal Rauscher prepares to retire, she laments over the students and faculty who helped her get to where she is today.
I think what I'll miss most is the people. I'm going to miss my staff. They've been amazing to work with, and I also will very much miss our community. This is a tight-knit community, and in times of great need, we stand together strong, and I am abundantly proud of the teamwork and collaboration, cooperation that has existed over my 15 years here.
Her feelings and sharing of longingful memories reciprocated by her teachers.
We're really going to miss Ms. Rauscher, and we wish her all the best. We are excited for Ms. Rauscher for her next adventure in retirement, and we wish her the best, and we will miss her here at East Pete.
And I will sincerely miss East Petersburg Elementary, and it has been a pleasure working in our district. In my eyes, it's not about us, it's about being able to step aside and really watch them grow and learn and be their personal best self.
Well, that's it for our summer episode.
And that ends our time with this program as well. It's crazy how fast time flies and how much we've grown over the past year producing the show.
It's important to remind people that Hempfield Happenings is totally planned, filmed, edited, and created by the students of Hempfield High School. In fact, in May, our program was presented with its 5th High School Video Production Award from the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences.
Those are the same people who run the Emmys.
And as such, the views expressed in our show belong to the student content creators and do not necessarily represent the views and opinions of Hempfield School District, its affiliates, or employees.
Well, that's it for us. Hempfield Happenings will be back next month with interviews and stories from our trip to Tampa, Florida.
Until then, thanks for watching.